Okay, so today we are diving deep into the world of paneer sandwiches.
Delicious.
You bet. And we've got a real treat for you today.
Oh,
Our listener sent in not one, not two, but three different recipes.
wow. They must be serious about their paneer sandwiches.
They're clearly on a quest for paneer perfection, and you know what?
What's that?
We were here for it.
Yeah.
So let's jump right into the first recipe.
All right.
This one is the spicy grilled paneer sandwich.
Classic.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It seems like your classic go-to recipe. Fast, flavorful, perfect for a busy weeknight.
Absolutely.
Well, what makes this spicy paneer sandwich stand out?
Well, for me, it's all about that marinade. It's got cumin, garam masala, and chili powder.
Okay, so triple the spice, triple the heat.
You might think that, but it's actually way more nuanced than that. See, each spice brings its own thing to the table. You know what I mean?
Break it down for me.
Okay, so the cumin adds this like earthy warmth, right? Then you've got the garam masala, which brings in all those complex aromatic layers.
I'm listening.
And then, of course, the chili powder that brings the heat. But it's really how they all work together, you know? That interplay, that's where the magic happens.
It's like a symphony of flavor.
Exactly.
Okay, you had me a symphony of flavor.
Uh-huh.
Now I got to ask about something I noticed in this recipe. It says grated cheese is optional.
Yeah.
So is that really necessary? With all that spice already happening, wouldn't it be better to just let the paneer be the star?
That's a really good question. And, it actually speaks to a bigger conversation about how Indian cuisine is changing, especially here in the West.
Oh, how so?
Well, traditionally, paneer often takes center stage because it's got that naturally mild flavor, right? But adding cheese like this recipe suggests it's kind of a nod to what Western palates are used to.
Interesting. So it's like a fusion thing.
Yeah, you could say that. Plus, let's be real, sometimes you just can't say no to a little extra cheese.
You make a very compelling argument for extra cheese.
Aha!
Okay, moving on to our next culinary masterpiece. We have the cheesy paneer and veggie sandwich.
Now this one just screams comfort food.
Right. I'm already imagining that warm, melty bite.
And check out the choice of bread here. They use multigrain.
Interesting. So why multigrain? Is it a health thing or?
It's definitely a healthier choice, but it's more than that. Think about it. Multigrain bread has this really nice nutty complexity that goes perfectly with that creamy filling.
Okay, I could see that.
Plus, you get a more satisfying contrast with the softness of the paneer from that heartier texture.
So it's all about balance.
Exactly.
Speaking of balance, let's talk about this cream cheese and mayonnaise base.
What about it?
It sounds amazing, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But is that a traditional element in Indian cuisine, or are we going full fusion here?
That's a really interesting point. You won't really find that exact combination in like traditional Indian cooking,
Right.
but it's not a total departure either. I mean, Indian cuisine often features yogurt and creamy sauces.
True.
So this recipe is more like taking those familiar elements and giving them a modern twist.
So it's like paying homage to tradition while still trying something new.
Like it.
All right. Ready to turn up the heat?
Always.
Because next up, we've got the tandoori paneer sandwich. This one is all about that smoky, irresistible flavor. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, just makes you want to order takeout.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Exactly.
But guess what?
What's that?
We're making it at home.
Even better. So spill the beans. What's the key to that authentic tandoori flavor?
It all comes down to the marinade, specifically the yogurt and the lemon juice.
Really? I wouldn't have thought of that.
It's not just about adding flavor, though. It's actual science.
Okay, I love when you say science. Break it down for me.
Okay, so yogurt has lactic acid in it, right?
Right.
And lactic acid works its magic by breaking down the proteins in the paneer,
Interesting.
which makes it super tender and lets it soak up all those incredible spices from the marinade.
It's like a spa day for the paneer.
I like that. A flavor spa day.
I'm totally stealing that. Now, I did have one question about the recipe. It calls for white bread. Wouldn't naan be more traditional?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just picturing that soft, pillowy naan soaking up all that deliciousness.
You're not wrong there. Naan is definitely the classic choice for tandoori dishes, and for good reason. That soft, pillowy texture is amazing for scooping up all that flavor.
Right.
But, using a white bread isn't necessarily a bad thing.
So it's really just about personal preference then?
Exactly. Some people might just prefer the taste of white bread with those bold tandoori flavors. It's all about finding what you like best.
I like that philosophy. So we've got three amazing paneer sandwich recipes. Spicy, cheesy, and smoky. Quite the lineup.
It really shows you how versatile paneer is, don't you think?
For sure. I mean, it can hold its own with all those spices, get cozy with creamy sauces, or soak up that smoky tandoor essence. It's pretty impressive.
Absolutely.
You know, it's easy to think of a paneer sandwich as just a sandwich. but you've really opened my eyes to all the possibilities. It's like a choose-your-own-flavor adventure.
And that's what I love about exploring different cuisines. You can start with something simple, like a paneer sandwich, and discover a whole world of flavor.
So true. So for our listeners ready to start their own paneer sandwich journey,
Mm.
what's your one golden piece of advice?
Don't be afraid to mix and match. We've talked about 3 amazing recipes, and they each have their own strengths. So why not take inspiration from all of them and create something totally unique?
Oh, I like that.
Maybe you love how spicy the grilled sandwich is, but you also want the creaminess of the cheesy version. Combine them. Or maybe you're all about that smoky tandoori flavor, but you prefer multigrain bread. Go for it.
Right. There are no rules when it comes to deliciousness.
Exactly. This is your chance to be your own paneer sandwich chef.
I love it. We've gone from paneer sandwich newbies to like total experts in just one deep dive.
And the best part is this is just the beginning.
So true.
Every time you step into the kitchen, it's a chance to experiment. You know, try new things, make something amazing.
You've definitely given us a lot to think about, and even more importantly, a lot to eat. I'm ready to fire up the grill and get my paneer on.
That's the spirit. And hey, when you do, let us know what incredible creations you come up with.
Absolutely. For now, happy cooking, everyone. This has been the Deep Dive signing off.